You don't start investing because you're rich. You start investing to become rich. I used to think investing is for people who have a lot of money, a lot of connections, big incomes, fancy jobs. I'm sure perhaps you also had the same thought. Definitely not for people like me then, someone just trying to stay afloat. Well, I am here to surprise you or to disappoint you or to excite you, because investing is for everybody. It doesn't matter how much you have today, you will build a portfolio over time. But looking back, I wish someone told me that you don't start investing because you're rich, you start investing to become rich. Today, I'll be sharing with you what I wish I knew before I started investing. The lessons that would have saved me years of stress, money, and confusion. This will be straight from my own experience and what I have learned over time through also my audience, friends, my peers, and everybody around me. Let's get to the video. Hello, good people. Jessie is my name, and this is the TMG Circle, where we are working towards getting out of survival mode to financial peace. If this is content you would be interested in, kindly consider joining the family by subscribing. I wish I knew that starting small is also starting, because every time people have this perception that you start investing when you have a lot of money. I wish I started with a small, and I'm sure so many people who have now started their investment journey would say the same thing. I felt like 500 was too little. I needed thousands before it matters. Let me wait to be financially comfortable. Let me wait to have extra to be able to invest. But here is the truth that I learned later. Your first investment is not about the amount, it's about the habit that you want to start creating. Remember, we said the same thing with savings, and I think for me, I think for you and me, what you pick from all these scenarios is that first, you create a habit, discipline, and consistency. Those are the key things to whatever aspiration or dream that you may have. Let me know in the comment section if you agree. Imagine if like 5 years ago, you just started with even 500 per week or 500 per month. The compounding effect would have made a whole difference. Starting small helps you in understanding how the market moves, how interest grows, how to build consistency, how to remove fear, because sometimes the fear of unknown is actually the biggest enemy to your investment journey. As the amount grows, the habit stays, and you start building an empire, an investment portfolio, rather than waiting for you to have a lot of money, which there is a possibility that you may not get in the near future. I wish I knew delaying has a cost. I kept postponing because of fear. What if I lose money? What if I choose the wrong investment? What if I don't understand everything yet? So I waited and lost time and money. Because in the investment world, the longer your money sits, the harder it works. When I finally started, I realized my fear didn't protect me. It just slowed me down. I learned that you grow faster by acting, not overthinking. And that is why there are professionals who can guide you in the investment process. Don't say that I don't know where to invest, I don't know what to do. You can seek professional guidance, and you will be able to understand what you're getting into and the risk that you will have to deal with. Whether it is risk you can accept or it is risk that you're not ready to accept at that point. I wish I knew the difference between saving and investing. Saving alone will not build investment. It will help you with your emergencies, short-term goals, and some level of stability. But investing will give you growth, long-term wealth, beating inflation, future freedom. I used to wonder, why is my money not multiplying? And then I realized Saving gives you very minimal returns because its goal is different from building wealth. And that is the difference. Perhaps you're saving, not investing. Yes, I advocate for saving, but I have stated clearly what you should save for. And once you have a stable saving kitty or you understand saving, now we are ready to get to investment so that you know the difference between investing and saving. I learned that if you want your money to work, it should not be in accounts, it should be in investment vehicles that will grow you money. Savings will not make you rich, but investments will. I wish I knew I needed to understand the investment before I put my money in it. I've said time and again, yes, you have had stories, you have watched videos, you have done everything, but you need your own independent investigations. You need to establish independently what you're getting into and the risks involved and the returns that you're expecting. That way, you will have a clear picture of what is happening around you. If you invest without planning, the first thing you do, you'll start copying people, which is suicidal because you don't know whether they are willing and ready to accept the risk, which perhaps you're not interested in. You get, you'll find someone doing forex and you say, "Oh, I hear forex has money." But you don't have the same risk appetite that that person has. So you need to understand what it is all about before getting into it. You find that when you're starting your investment journey, you start by hype. Maybe you've heard people are talking about shares are rocking, you get into the shares. You only, I remember there is one share that was sold heavily at some point, and then the prices came down, and some people had borrowed to invest in the shares, so you can imagine you're paying a loan and there are no returns from that investment. Then there is the excitement you've had, there's something that is booming and you want to try it out and you don't even understand it. Then you've had someone talking about a quick tip of where you can put your money, then you quickly dash there. Of course, there are trends, like of late in Kenya, there is a trend for people buying shares and all that. Just know where you're buying. Don't just buy and expect that you're going to get returns tomorrow, especially such investments. And that's why it is very important to understand what you're getting into so that you don't have expectation. You can say, "I'm putting this here today and I'm going to use it in 2 months." Only to realize in 2 months it has actually depreciated. And if you give it time, it can actually appreciate in the next 1 year. So you need to understand all those logistics. Understand the documents, understand the product and the risk before you get into it. Ask all the questions and have all the concerns addressed before anything else, because once you invest, it's a done deal. Sometimes you may be forced to leave your money for so long before you can be able to see returns. So you need to have it in mind that this is not your emergency fund that you are investing, because in case of an emergency, you can't quickly call it up when maybe the markets are not good. This is maybe some short-term goal that you're saving for, then boom, it shocks you, it doesn't give you returns. No, you need to have an understanding of what to expect. The next thing is, I wish I knew risk is part of investing. People don't invest, of course, because they think it's for the rich, and then also they are scared of the risk aspect. Risk is part of life. When you get up and leave your house, you are going to get maybe into a PSV or into your car. You have already risked your life because anything can happen to you on the road. You get to eat something, and anything also can happen to you from the food you get as you're walking. There are so many risks surrounding us. So investing is only that you don't want to lose your money. So that's why you're supposed to invest wisely. Some of these risks are things that you overlook. For instance, if you put your money in whatever account you put in, that's also a risk. So it's only that you're not viewing it as a risk, but it's a risk. Inflation is a risk. You can wake up one day and realize you cannot even sustain your life, and you have been doing it for the last I don't know how many years. Also, doing nothing is a risk because you're not changing your life, and also age is catching up. At some point, you'll be getting to retirement and you realize you're retiring with zero. Waiting forever is a risk. You cannot grow without investing. So you cannot again wait forever to think when you will invest. Just choose a risk that you're willing to accept. You can start with low risk investments as you understand and get deeper into the investing game. But don't fear investing because of the risk. Just get to understand what the risk is all about. You put your money in shares, then the share depreciates. But that does not mean it will remain down forever. It can go up maybe in the next 3 months. So you need to play your cards well. I wish I knew diversification isn't complicated. Diversification protects you from making emotional decisions. If one area dips, then you can be kept afloat by the next one. So it's just the way they say, don't put your eggs in one basket. Spread the risk. Remember, we said everything is a risk, including your piggy bank. Someone can even steal your piggy bank. So you need to ensure you safeguard it and try and spread the risk. I wish I knew investing is mostly emotional. Of course, you'll be following your investments, and at some point you realize there's fluctuation here and there, and sometimes you may feel stressed. I don't know, now my portfolio is dipping, but all those things. You have the first fear of contribution, the panic when market dips, the impatience of waiting to get rich quick, the temptation to withdraw, the envy of others who seem to be doing better, the voice in your head telling you to quit. Investing looks logical on paper, but in real life, it is emotional. The people who win are not the smartest. They are the ones who stay calm, consistent, and invested. Looking back, if I would have known this earlier, I would have saved myself stress, mistakes, and hesitation. But good news, you don't have to wait like I did. Start small, ask all the questions, stay consistent, and let it do its magic. If you want more videos on investment, let me know in the comments section. This is an investment series that we would want to get into after we have now established our saving and we are consistent. So let me know in the comment section which other topic we should cover. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. Let me know what you think about this video. Bye.